So, we're going to talk about the deck protector sleeves and choosing which color for your deck or for your cards that you want. You probably noticed that I've chosen red and black. Red wasn't a too particular color for me, but black was. I guess black's technically a shade, not a color. Well, there is a reason, of course. The thing is, when you choose a card color, one thing it does is whatever card you put inside, and as you can see here, the sleeve creates a border around it, a border of color. And colors affect the way it looks. Now, the reason I chose black is because the dark color, what it does is it makes your eyes focus on the card. It kind of has an extra high contrast. And so I wanted something that would take your mind away from the border and make you focus, and it makes a deep outline for the card. So when you're doing your game and you're choosing a deck protector sleeve, it's something you might want to consider is the effect of, suppose, black that has on your card. Now suppose I had a different way that I set up these cards where it's typically not as bright or as white as these. Suppose it's very dark and very black. Just for contrast purposes, I actually might choose a white deck protector sleeve or a brighter color like yellow or something. But you know, it's not really necessarily that important, but that contrast can have that effect on it. Other than that, you know, suppose you don't want all the cards to be the same. Suppose you want red for your fire and blue for your water or something. That you can do too, but the issue, of course, is then from the back right away when you're playing, you know what type of card it is. So that, for that purpose, is not as effective. In my game, why I have two different kinds is because one is just for the regular beasts and all the other cards in the game. I chose red just for the location cards, because location cards do not go in the original deck. They're a completely separate deck that you use only for choosing locations where you fight at. And so I did the colors just to separate them, so like when you're playing the game you can easily separate the two decks. And if your game is such where you're supposed to have two different decks, you might want to consider having two different colors just so they're easy and quick to separate so you know what they are. So that's just kind of the idea of the colors for the deck protector sleeves, and you know the effect that the colors may have on them. And those right there, of course, are mine, and you can choose whatever you want, but at least you know more about how it affects your game.